Hey, Kevin Dusky from Bravo Inc. Walking and talking on day 54 of the Iran incursion. Let me walk you through yesterday today, because the sequence is getting comedic at this point. All day Tuesday, Trump said he would not extend the ceasefire multiple times on camera, on socials. Ceasefire expires, he says, we're not moving the deadline. Then hours before expiry, at Pakistan's request, he claims, he posted on Truth Social that the ceasefire was being extended indefinitely until Iran's leaders can, quote, come up with a unified proposal, end quote. If a naval blockade stays, the ceasefire is extended indefinitely, and he described the Iranian government as, quote, seriously fractured, end quote, and says that's why he was so kindly giving them more time. Iran's response to the extension? They seized 2 container ships in the Strait of Hormuz this morning and attacked a third. The RGC gunboat approached the first ship with no warning, opened fire on the bridge, caused heavy damage. British Military Trade Office confirmed it. Iran's semi-official news agency said the ship had, quote, ignored repeated warnings, end quote. 2 more vessels were to follow. Iran's parliamentary speaker said this morning, and this is important, that reopening the Strait of Hormuz is impossible while the U.S. naval blockade is in place. That's not a threat. That is a statement of Iran's anchor terms. So here's where we're at on day 54. Trump extended the ceasefire, he said he wouldn't extend. Iran called the extension meaningless and immediately demonstrated why by seizing ships. The naval blockade continues. Iran says it won't negotiate while the blockade continues. The U.S. says the blockade is not part of the ceasefire. Iran says the blockade is a violation of the ceasefire. And Israel is doing Israeli things in the background. So there are 2 or 3 different versions of what the ceasefire actually says floating around, and nobody's published the agreed document because there may not be one. All the while, Israel clearly doesn't want a ceasefire at all. Now, Trump says that there's no time frame on the Iran conflict and denied that midterm elections are influencing his approach, which is, politics ending at the water's edge. He said that last part unprompted. But day 54, ceasefire extended. Republicans plummeting in the polls. 3 ships attacked. Blockade is active, and the U.S. and Iran cannot agree on what the ceasefire actually covers, and talks have not occurred. This is without a doubt what indefinitely, and to quote Donald Rumsfeld, unknown unknowns actually look like.